The Chicago Bulls, if we can still call them that, are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers today. We're going to talk about everything going into this game and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content today, y'all. And so all the starters are out except Modest Bucilis. There's that. That means we're going to be missing quite a bit of players. Like when you look at it, when it comes down to it, we're going to be missing Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Nikola Vucevic. It's going to be a rough game today is what it's coming down to, man. But, you know, usually when it's games like this, you have different players that step up. Javon Carter, THC, probably going to be in the starting lineup. So we'll see how that shakes out for the team. But this is going to be a very, very, very interesting game tonight, to say the least. That's all I could say here. We'll see. Modest and P. Will may be starting together as well, right? We're going to see a little bit of that. Maybe some Dalen Terry being unleashed, things like that when it comes down to it. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, man. It's going to be what it's going to be. It's out of our control, right? So, I mean, at this point now, all we can do is show up as fans, watch the game, and hope for the best. I mean, that's really all we can do at that point. And we just figured the hell out, man. So there's no point in trying to do any breakdowns. We don't know exactly what this team's going to look at. Are they even going to be able to run all? Like, at this point, the Bulls may just be out there doing shit. Like, that just, like, this is the opportunity to just have fun. Like, Billy Donovan may not even show up today to coach. Like, let the coach sit out, too. Just everybody show up and just have some fun at this point in time, man. Just have some fun. Let people show up. Play the G League guys, and no Cooch tonight. Yep. It seems like you in a lot of nights like that, Vaughn. Like that's like a normal for you, right? Like that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you think Jalen Smith will play tonight? I have no idea. And if he doesn't play tonight, he's going to raise some pretty big questions. That's for damn sure. Because if he doesn't play tonight with everybody out, I don't know what the hell is going on. Let's be real. We're probably not going to be able to score tonight. Listen, no, I won't say that, because when you sometimes you they have no tape on the lineup that we're running today. We'll see. I'm really starting to hate this page. Bulls just giving how do you give a game away to the Cavs? You realize the Cavs are the best team in the conference, right? We're giving a game away to the Cavs. That doesn't make any sense. That would make it seem like we're the ones that were in the driver's seat. What Jeremy, what are you smoking? Derrick Rose could play some for both teams. First of all, Derrick Rose he said it. He's transitioned. He's a businessman. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. What's on your face, dude? What did you get into? What? Hey, what up, my dude? Crumby day today. I lost my job due to budget cuts. Your show lightens my day to keep up the good work, bro. Well, first of all, prayers up to you. I hope that you find a new job very quickly. It sucks. I know a lot of people, that work for the government, they've been getting laid off, man. I'm sorry that happened to you and your family. I hope you guys, find something quick, man. I'm disappointed. Hey, smells of Reinsdorf winning a home game. I could be wrong, though, just spewing emotion, but we're so unserious. I mean, technically, if they wanted a home game, they'd have to try to win every game. But I mean, listen, their business. Like, they should want a home game and home revenue. I'm not blaming anybody for that. Like, where the Bulls are now, they've already won more games than many of us expected. So it is what it is there. Bro, you the man with the bullshit. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Sup, Haize? I don't expect Lonzo to play anymore this year. KC just reported Zoe out tonight and probably out against mine. Yeah, like I said in the video not too long ago, shut the motherfucker down. Like, look, and some people took that personally. It's just shut his ass down. Like, I don't give a shit if he can be healthy. Just shut his ass down. I'm gonna lose my hair watching the ball-headed hoe play 30 plus minutes today, and he probably get about 15 to 18 shots today. So hit the like if you just coming in. Getting the noti for here and Locked On Bulls at the same time. Tweak me. Locked On Bulls. You got a notification. Is somebody live on Locked On Bulls? Because somebody's live on Locked On Bulls. I know nothing about it. Now you got me checking my other channel. Hold on, wait a second. Somebody. Oh no, because they put. I hate that East show that they put. I could talk to y'all real here because this ain't a Locked On own show. That East Squad shows that they be putting up there, I hate that shit. I hate that shit because first of all, it's not a good show. And that's no offense to the host there. It's just difficult to have a show like that when the hosts aren't consistent. Secondly, secondly, it just stop. That's the one thing I hate about working with a network. They just be wanting to do shit sometimes. All these head coaches getting fired while our Honda is safe. Donovan for the win, though. It is what it is. At least we get to see what the two ways can do. I mean, if you guys have been watching the Windy City Bulls like you should already know what they can do. It's just me. You already know THC ball-headed hoe ain't passing to Modest tonight. That's funny. I'm ready to start watch the unction. The unction is crazy. The fuck is that? But anyway, the unction is wild. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can imagine the starting lineup. Yeah, the starting lineup is probably going to be ball-headed hoe, Leroy Carter, Taylor Horton Chucker, Patrick P. Diva Williams, Modest Buzelis, because he gets the respect. Zach Collins. It's probably going to be your starting lineup right there. Who all playing for the Cavaliers? I don't think they've officially announced who. I know Donovan Mitchell's out. I don't think they've announced everybody who's out though. I watched it a few times waiting for Haize to show up. That show was ass. Pat and Haize, the best Locked On host. Listen, like I said, I want to be clear here. I'm not shitting on any Locked On host. That show is just different. Like, so here's the thing, right? The whole point of Locked On is your team every day, right? Like that's the motto of Locked On, right? And so imagine putting on a show, putting up an episode on a feed that is not even guaranteed to mention your team, but then you don't even see the host for that team, right? Like that's just a difficult spot. And that's why I say it's not because of the host. The hosts are good. Everybody on Locked On is pretty solid, right? But it's just the nature of that show is pretty difficult to get to. Javon gonna show us how he used to kick it back in his glory. And he's 29 years old. He's 29 years old. Steve-O Speak says, I hope this is a quick ass game. You and me both, brother. You and me both. Side note question, Haize, don't kill me, but how do I This is why my kids will not be going to CPS. We're definitely moving to Naperville. We're definitely going to be in Naperville. Like, what's happening? What's happening to the youth nowadays? Can I watch your Bleacher Report stuff? I can't find it. It's always on. So my Bleacher Report stuff is mainly Bears. So you got to go to the Bears. That's where I do most of my. If you go to the Bleacher Report Bears, I'm all up and down that that page. It's a locked. Oh, well, no, we got a Locked On NBA show going up too. So the ghost of Shay Hunting is live. Listen, Shay is like the demon in Smile. He infects keyboards though, just with keyboards. He got everybody up here typing crazy. I wonder if Kobe and them playing. Yes, that's part of the reason why they're resting, so they can play again. The Bulls are 4-8 in back-to-backs. That's a bad record. So to try to put themselves and give themselves the best chance is sitting on a lot of their players. That's what it comes down to. Thoughts on Stephen A. Smith considering running for fuck Stephen A. Smith? Listen, I'm letting y'all know right now. If Stephen A. Smith runs for president and y'all vote for him, fuck y'all. That's what I'm telling y'all right now. With all power in my heart, fuck y'all. Everybody. I'm dead ass serious. I'm not even lying. Not even lying. Haize, you look like a drunk uncle. Who do you think is starting tonight? I need to make a bet. First of all, we're not going to talk about that. I can't even say that joke would have got me canceled. That would have been the one. Prove me wrong. You look like the uncle everybody tells everybody else in the family don't let them watch their kids. That's what you look like. But who do I think started tonight? You got to roll back. I already said that, player. You got to show up to the stream on time. Hey, he's looking forward to your thoughts on P. Will, my email I sent to you from down under. To me, email. Do. Yeah, I mean, I'll use it on the mailbag. So I'll make sure I bookmark it and remind myself to use it on the mailbag this weekend. We already own the tiebreaker with Miami. Why not bring out the squad against the shorthanded Cleveland at this point? Wins or wins? No, because you want to avoid the tie at all, right? And this also gives you a chance to move into actual eighth. It's not just about having the tiebreaker over Miami. It's about those things as well. So it's a lot that goes into it. Oh, Bleacher Report just sent my check. Look at that. When did you send the email, bro? I don't see it, but I get a lot of emails. Oh my God, saying telling them to keep their kids away from is insane. I'm just saying, if you don't support the Bulls, Haize, what would be your alter? I don't know. I can't answer that. I was born and raised a Bulls fan. I've never even thought about another one. So I can't even answer that. Let you hold it. I'm broke. I ain't got no money. What makes you think I got some money? What we doing here? People had some energy we don't normally see in the Charlotte game. Can he do that every night, please? No. The answer is no. He's had multiple times and opportunities to show us. The answer is no. He can't do it. Oh, I see it now. Let me bookmark this. I got your email, David. Let's just go ahead and star that. Bet. His team would be FC Barcelona. That's crazy. You just made the point that we should play our players by avoiding the tiebreaker. So why aren't we? What? It's not what I said. Okay. All right. Let me dumb this down for everyone. So the Bulls right now have a chance to move into the not only the 9th seed where they are right now into the 8th seed, right? So part of that is being strategic. The Bulls right now do hold the tiebreaker over Miami. But with that said, they're also hoping for some luck in the separation because of conference record against the Atlanta Hawks. The Atlanta Hawks have 2 games against the Orlando Magic coming up as well, right? The Bulls have been terrible in back-to-backs. So while they do own the tiebreaker right now over Miami, that could possibly change if they lose to Miami, and Miami then has the game over them. So what they're doing here is that they are trying to maximize their opportunity to win over Miami, which maintains the distance that they have over Miami, while gaining an additional win and hopefully gaining some ground on the Atlanta Hawks and getting that home playing game. That's what that is, right? Now, as far as while they're the sitting part of the players is sitting to maximize your chance to win against a team that a win against them matters more for you in the standings currently where you are, because the Bulls are terrible on back-to-backs. A P-Will Legacy game tonight would probably piss me off more than actually making me happy. Just proves he's soft as shit. That's crazy. Kuchevic is wild. Nikola Kuchevic. Yeah, no, it's in the damn title. Yo, Drip, what's your thoughts on Stacey not being fair-minded with his judgment on the Bulls? People calling for his job because he doesn't call his boss out when covering the squad well, like I said before, like he said, what do you guys expect him to do? So get on his job and say, hey, my boss sucks at what he does. Nobody's going to do that. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So, like there's not many people that are in a position where they can do that. So I get the place that he's in. Now, do I think he has to call Jerry Reinsdorf a bitch? No. Do I think he could be a little bit more critical? Probably. But at the same time, like, it is what it is. If he wasn't a Bulls fan, I could see Haize as a fan of a team that has a good organization system and GM and a good player development. Well, here's the thing. My fandom is all tied to something personal. Like, I don't change, right? My fandom. Like, that's just not me. Like, when I'm a fan of a team, I'm a fan of a team. And that's ride or die, right? So that's the only way I know how to be. I wish I could be one of those people sometimes that hop around from player to player or team to team based on who's winning. I can't do that because I'd be sitting there half-assed it and I wouldn't really be as passionate. Part of my passion comes from the fact that I've rooted for the same team the entirety of my life. That's just where it comes from. So, I know half this chat don't know what a table of contents is. That is crazy. If that's the real reason we sit in our players tonight, that's brilliant. I mean, all we can do is speculate, right? That's all we can do is speculate that that's the reason why. So we'll see. We'll see. Expecting Stacey to report negative shit about the job that pays him like people expecting Vucevic to play defense. They don't pay them for that shit. That is hilarious. That's funny. I would never tell a black man to shit on his ball so he can lose it. Exactly. Like, come on now. Let's be clear here. Like, here's the thing: the same people that are saying they're criticizing Stacey for not calling out his boss. I need all of y'all to go to your job. Everybody who's not everybody that's listening, but everybody who's critical of Stacey King, I need you to go to your job. I need you to call your boss a bitch and see where that takes you. That's what I need y'all to do. Just people act like they're silly about it, right? Even Joe Cali acting stupid about it. Like, I need Joe Cali to go to his editor and be like, yeah, you a bitch. I really need Joe Cali to, never mind. Let me stop. Let me not be petty. I'm better than that. No, I'm not, but I'm going to be. Switching teams is crazy. Switching teams is like I don't know how people do it. I mean, I really don't know how people do it. Like me going from the Cubs to the White Sox as a kid felt like a big change. Like it just, and that's still in the same city. So like I don't know how people do that shit. Like people who are just LeBron fans and went from Cleveland to Miami to back to Cleveland to now they're Lakers fans. Like I buy too much merch. My pockets ain't that deep. I ain't got time to be buying all the merch I buy and switching teams. The fuck? What you think this is? Haize is just loyal to Chicago. Sure, most of the teams piss us off, but I could never see him bandwagoning another team. I can't do it. Now, don't get me wrong. I have my teams that I love watching play Like I love watching the Rockets play basketball. I love that team. I think there's so many young players that I love on the team. I love how well coached they are, and that's just me appreciating basketball. Like if a Rockets game is on and the Bulls aren't playing, I'm watching the Rockets game, right? But I'm not calling myself a Rockets fan. I don't own a single piece of Rockets merch. I have no plan on buying a single piece of Rockets merch. I enjoy the way they play basketball. I like people on their team. And that's it. I was a huge Baron Davis fan. Other than a Baron Davis headband, I don't think I ever bought any Baron Davis shit because it didn't go with my bullshit. I'm from Italy and been rooting for the Bulls since the 90s, no matter what. I lived in Italy, Vicenza specifically, for a very long time. Hell, I was a fake Detroit Pistons fan until I realized how much I love my Chicago Bulls, and I called my boss a bitch. Listen, I've cussed my boss out before. That's because technically, we're almost at the same level. So it's like, what are you gonna fire me? I'm a director, bitch. What you gonna do? You gonna fire me? But you got to get to a certain level of doing that, right? I've told two bosses to fuck themselves. How long did you stay at those jobs afterwards? But Brian, you also are a Viking and a crackhead. Like, so it's just like they probably just like,
hold on, y'all gotta watch out. Brian absolutely will shoot all these motherfuckers in here.
And that's what they done. Growing up with the Bulls as my hometown team is a blessing. Imagine our team was Utah or some shit. That's crazy. Imagine being a Shaq fan. He was the first player thought just passed around. That's, first of all, player thought is wild. That's crazy. Baron Davis, your uncle? No, my uncle. No, the fuck. Haize might have found one of my sons, maybe, because the way I was shooting things up in Italy, you know what? That's too much. We ain't got to know all that. Do you got red hair and freckles? Nuggets fire their coach when he's winning while the Bulls give their coach a secret extension for losing. Explain that to me, please. Well, when you have a generational player and you won a title, your standards are a bit different. I'll pay to watch Mike Malone versus Calvin Booth at WrestleMania. First of all, somebody said that Calvin Booth looked like Mike Brown and Nicolas Cage's face put on Mike Brown. And I'm like, hey, yo, that's crazy. That's wild. You might be starting, Davin. You might be starting. Like that may be what's happening today is you may have to start for the Chicago Bulls today. That's where things are right now. When I made it through K Fielder, Paul Zipser, Jakar Sampson, Wayne Sheldon Jr., Walt Lemon, Denzel Valentine, Felicio Shadowransky, and I remained a Bulls fan. I knew I'd never switch. That when you put it that way, that's a hell of that's crazy. That's crazy. Insanely enough, we might get to see Jalen Smith tonight despite exceeding expectations this whole season. We'll see. With the Forrest Whitaker eye is wild, bro. That's crazy. Not the Forrest Whitaker eye. Ugh. Man, it's been a long day. Mike Malone was at the games drunk. Wait, did that come out for real? Are you just talking shit? Mike Malone does strike me somebody who takes a shot of vodka mid huddle. Like, looking at tonight's roster lineup at this point, the starting five going to be me, Haize, Steve O'Shea, and just throw a random fan. I mean, that's strangely accurate. McKinney was only here for a bit, though. I mean, at least he's a Chicagoan. Yeah, Chicagoan that sucked. I mean, Tony Bradley. You didn't mention Tony Bradley. He's another one that sucked. Like, there's a lot, man. I just seen your last video. Petty Roosevelt went crazy. Listen, I don't know why people still try to go with me on roasting. Like, there's not that many people in the world who can roast as the way I do. And that's just trauma from the way I grew up. Like, that's all that is. That's just trauma from the way I grew up. Bro, could you imagine the coach taking a shot and y'all motherfuckers down? hey, listen. Could you imagine motherfuckers? Hey, so they're kicking our ass, you know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna run a zone, right? So this is what we're gonna do. I need y'all to set up. I need Jamal Murray. I need you at the top of the get at the top of the zone. Take care of it. Funnel everything into Jokic. We good to go. Let's go out there and take care of it. Listen, don't talk about being a real Bulls fan if you wasn't here for the Marcus Fizer, Danielle Marshall, Hershey Hawkins, and Eddie Robinson. I'll never switch up. Listen, the fact that I was one of those Bulls fans that was like, yeah, Eddie Curry can be the next Shaq. Eddie Curry can be. We got Shaq and KG. We got Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler. They're going to be the next Shaq and KG. We got them here. They're in the Bulls uniform. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, we traded Elton Brand because we good without him. We good. Don't even worry about it. Like, that's how I was. Because I was just trying to ride for my team, man. It's crazy. Crazy. Yo, Haize Fire Studio. I seen your upgrades last night on Instagram. Big shout out to you. Listen, I've put in a lot of work and a lot of fucking money to make my dream studio. And that's basically what this is. And I know like the Alexa voice commands is common, but like for those that don't know, like not only can I turn off the camera, I could turn on everything by voice. Like that's why I'm able to get the content out. So Steve-O will tell you, there's times where I'm like, Steve-O, news drop. I'm in the studio, and if Steve will take more than 3 minutes to respond, I'm live. He like, how the hell did you go live in 2 minutes? Because everything is automated in this bitch. I'll be real quick. Alexa, turn off studio. Alexa, turn on Bull's head. Alexa, turn on new Bull's head. Alexa, turn on new Bear's head. Alexa, turn on new Bear's head. Alexa, turn on studio. Heifer. The manual switches turn. Alexa, turn on studio. I didn't broke her. Alexa, turn on studio. Just like a woman, not to listen. That's crazy. That's crazy. Just making it difficult. You just no. 70s coaches was doing coke. 70 coaches was all right. Yeah. So listen, I need you to get your ass in the paint and do your fucking do your fucking job, Wilt. That's what they were doing. That's a little bit different. A little bit different. Alexa disobedient. Alexa said, hey, I ain't got time today. You putting me on camera and shit. We ain't got time for that. Might be Alexa's time of the month. Yeah, oh, country bitch. What are we doing here? What are we doing? The Bulls still don't have the starting lineup out because they don't know who's starting. They don't know who's starting yet. She was waiting on that. Please, that's hilarious. Coke is wild. Coke is real, man. Like, listen, those 70s coaches, man, they literally was like, listen, they were telling me they was doing coke in the locker room, man. Like, motherfuckers out here, man. The WNBA, isn't the WNBA draft on Monday? Is the WNBA draft on Monday? April 14th. Except Rick Barry. That is hilarious. That is funny. But all right, y'all, man. I appreciate you guys, man, for everything. Y'all are amazing, man. I'm going to get ready in this stream and chill out until the game starts in 30 minutes. I'm glad that it's an early game today. Let's hope this shit is over with quick, fast, and in a hurry. Love you guys, man. Make sure you guys are staying in tune with us. Hit that subscribe button, man, if you're not subscribed to the channel. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See red. I'll see y'all at halftime. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.